Hello everyone and welcome to All Time Scary. Today we're looking at 5 Mandela effects from the 1939 musical classic, The Wizard of Oz. Some of these Mandela effects I'm sure you've heard before, but others will hopefully be new to you. We have a lot to cover in this video, so let's get started down that yellow brick road. Let's kick things off with the weirdest Wizard of Oz Mandela effect out there. Everyone remembers the Tin Man carrying an axe. Everyone remembers Dorothy carrying a basket and Toto. Even the Cowardly Lion held onto his tail when he was afraid. So what was the Scarecrow holding onto? Did the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz carry a pistol? Does that sound right? Yes or no? As it turns out, yes, the Scarecrow carried a pistol in The Wizard of Oz. In this magical and wondrous place, the brainless Scarecrow walked around carrying a pistol. What a terrifying combination. This specific Mandela effect has blown a lot of minds online, so what about you? But let's assume you've heard of this one before. Well, did you know that the Scarecrow wasn't the only character in The Wizard of Oz who carried a weapon? In fact, when Dorothy arrives in Oz and is greeted by a song and parade celebrating that the Wicked Witch is dead, the Munchkin army that marches by, they're all holding rifles with bayonets at the end. The leader of the army is brandishing a giant sword. Oz probably holds some darker secrets that are better left hidden. Jumping much further ahead to the end of the movie, Dorothy is educated on how to return back home to Kansas. It's as simple as blanking the heels of her ruby slippers 3 times and repeating the phrase, "There's no place like home." So what is the missing word? Is it clap your heels together, tap your heels together, or click your heels together? The correct answer is that Dorothy has to tap her heels together 3 times and repeat "There's no place like home." So tell me, did you get this one right? I included this Mandela effect after watching a clip of this scene and discovering a war in the comments over what exactly Dorothy said. It seems that numerous people remember click, clap, and a variety of other words. So now that we know, we can definitively say that it's tap. So let's keep an eye on this one and watch if it changes again. At one point in the movie, the Wicked Witch of the West decides to send out her flying henchmen to capture the main character Dorothy and her dog. As she instructs them to leave, what does she say to them? Was it, "Fly, my pretties, fly"? Or was it, "Now fly, fly"? As it is now, the exact quote she gives her flying monkeys is, "Now fly, fly." Is that what you remember? Or do you remember it being something else? It's truly strange how many people remember it being, "Fly, my pretties, fly." All over the internet, you can find residue of this specific phrase. Seemingly a lot of people either remembered it incorrectly and then sold merchandise with the incorrect phrase on it, or the Mandela effect strikes again. Whatever the case, let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. These next 2 Mandela effects both pertain to what Dorothy wears on her feet. The first one is Dorothy's shoes. I want you to visualize them in your head. What details do you remember about them? Are they red with bows, or are they red without bows? I'm going to give you a couple seconds to think about it. I vividly remember them being bright and shiny red shoes. No bows, no extra nonsense on them, but that isn't the case anymore. Now they have these big red bows on top. Does that sound or look right to you? I can't be alone in this thought. Now let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. So Dorothy's shoes have supposedly changed, okay? Maybe some of you are affected by that, maybe some of you aren't. Regardless, let's see if this one gets you. What color are Dorothy's socks? Are they white or are they blue? What did you all think? In my visualization, I saw red shoes with no bows and white socks. I'm sure some of you out there even visualized her socks having stripes on them. Turns out the sock colors are actually blue now. Blue. They're blue socks. These socks give me that kind of feeling, deep in your gut where you say, something's really wrong, but I can't quite put my finger on it. At least this time I can, and I can say it's the socks. So what do you think? Are the socks and shoes all wrong, or are they exactly how you remember them? Your thoughts, your comments, concerns, that's what I love reading most after I post these new videos, so let me hear them all. 5 Mandela effects are always great, but sometimes you're just left wanting more, so you know what? Here's a bonus Wizard of Oz Mandela effect. Please enjoy. During one scene in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy and the Scarecrow come upon an apple orchard. Dorothy proceeds to pick an apple from one of the apple trees, and the tree comes to life, snatches it back, slaps her hand, and then berates her in a raspy voice. So here is the Mandela effect. Do you remember the apple tree saying to Dorothy, "What are you doing, picking my apples?" Or was it, "Stop picking my apples"? Or was it, "Who's that picking my apples"? The way it plays out now, it's actually none of these responses. In fact, the tree simply says, "What do you think you're doing?" The apple tree never actually uses the phrase, "picking my apples." As a matter of fact, Dorothy nor the Scarecrow ever actually use that phrase either. I'm sure a few of you out there will be confused by this, and I don't really know what to tell you. Fun fact though, after the confrontation with the apple tree, Scarecrow goads the tree into throwing apples at him and Dorothy. They collect as many apples as they can and leave. The phrase, "How about them apples," was never actually said by anyone during this scene, but it is widely believed to have originated because of this scene. The expression is used to signify surprise at a sudden turn of fortune. They messed with an angry apple tree and got rewarded with food. How about them apples?